All right, good morning, cyber traders, and happy Tuesday. It is the 10th of February, and very big day coming up. Valentine's Day and the President's Day this weekend. It is going to be, it's a very, very big week in a way that it is freaking cold out here and everyone's going away. I know that we have kids are off from school here, and it's going to be probably going to be a little quiet market probably going into the Friday and so on. But I know we have CPI numbers coming out. Not a lot of data out there, but yesterday, what a great day. Let me tell you, I got a little nervous on certain stocks, on some swing trades that we've been in. And let me tell you, we've been kicking ass. Let me tell you, well, we have this big winner right here. I know a lot of you have been trading in the pre-market. This PHIO is just doing fabulous. What a great runner. 8 o'clock this morning. Stock went from 110 to 150. Cheap, nice run, higher highs, everything you're looking for. But I want to touch upon a couple of brand name stocks really quick because NVIDIA was just doing unbelievable. You could see NVIDIA here on the long-term chart. We've been trading the stock for a while. Been a big fan of it. I'm a little concerned at these prices, though. This is a major resistance. And you could see that it dropped down to 170 when we did the phase 3 class. I know a lot of us are in it, and we're in the ETFs, we're in the high yields, we're in all that stuff. But it did come down a lot. It's about 20 points since then. And there's a lot of resistance levels here. I just want to bring over here level 4 and show you what got going on here. This is the good news on it, okay? This is the really good news. I'm not seeing any sellers or the big at that 190. That 190 was pretty big. There's a little bit at 193. There's a pretty decent one at 195. And then the big one is at 200, okay? Now, those numbers you see right now is because we're in pre-market, they will jump about 5 to 10 times. So that, I think at 195, it was like 700,000 from yesterday, I think, or 500, about 5 to 700. This one right here at $200, I think it was about $1.3 million. So that's when program trading kicks in, because that's at 9:30. Right now, you're just watching program trading. But we're doing really well with those stocks. A couple other ones did really well. Really kicking ass on MSTU, which was the MSTR. A lot of us that got into this trade right around $100. This stock is up about 30% MSTR. Now, remember, we'd have to trade the common. We could just trade the ETF. What was nice about this, and what I'm looking for right now, is Fausto flags. Now, remember, Josh talks about it in phase 1 and 2, and I critically focus on it in our phase 3 classes. If we build these Fausto flags, this is how we get the breakout. A lot of you remember it happened with USAR. It also happened with KOLD, OKLO. That's another one that's doing pretty well. We did really well with that one. So there's a lot of really good ones that are moving. Let's keep an eye on it. Silver's down a little bit, not that much on the day. But listen, I always tell you, it's nice for the market these stocks to back off. That's how you know if you have good support levels. You just don't want it to go like what happened here, which we hit the top on it when it went from 105 all the way down to like 63. So, but that's what we got to keep a focus on. Anyway, a lot of good stocks that are moving. Market, if we just build some stability and some consistency here, we're looking pretty good. Dow Jones obviously breaking all-time highs. I called 50,000 about like 4 months ago, and we were at 45,000. Some people have asked me, where do you think it's going to go from here, from 50,000? Well, let me just kind of look at it this way. When you go back from last year and you saw what happened last year, and when President Trump took office, and, on January 22nd, they take over, or January 6th, they take it. All these things started kicking in, and he came out with the Liberation Day, and we had that big correction. So, and then obviously you can see how really, really rocketed. Let me blow this chart up here a little bit bigger. So this is like Liberation Day right here. And we had that big crash down to 37,000. I mean, what a big rally going into it, market that we had. So I'm probably focusing usually around March and April. If things hold here strong, my big thing is we're breaking all-time highs, and we know what happens when you break all-time highs. There's no roof, and when there's no roof, it's uncharted, and we can get a big rally. Can we hit 55, 60,000 in about 2 months, 3 months? It could happen. It could happen, and you know what? If you're short, you're screwed right as right now. But anyway, we're looking pretty good, and I know your IRAs, everything's great. That's why you got to be subscribed to the channel. That's why you got to be here. And if you're watching on social media, don't waste any time, guys. Here's that QR code. Come join our trading floor. Just take that phone, scan it, and get right in. All right. So anyway, and you can also scan on the top left-hand corner that QR code. All right. So anyway, let's go over what we traded yesterday because there was a lot going on. Let me bring some of the stocks that we traded as of from yesterday. The list was so big. We had this APP that moved up great. It was expensive, but this stock got really crushed. It was almost at 700. It came all the way back down to 400. Little brand name stock, Oracle. Another one was one of the only stocks that really didn't come back from the crash on Friday when we had that big rally, but you could see it. It's now starting to push up a little bit. There's that ETF that you could trade on it. That's also doing, that you could trade on that Oracle, which is the ORCX, a little bit cheaper, so that one did really well. Silver did well yesterday. I'm still long silver. Hopefully everybody got in right around the $67, $68 price range on silver. CRML, that was another one that we traded, did pretty well. You could see from the bottom right-hand corner on that chart, all these stocks had good crashes, good opportunities. I told you Friday, there was a fire sale, before the market made that big rally from Thursday. It was a very ugly week last week on Monday and Tuesday, but we started seeing that stability building on Wednesday and Thursday. So all these stocks moved up really well. USAR, I've been a really big fan on USAR. So USA Rare Earth, that one, we had that right around 16, it ran to 30, finally came back. I'm a little worried about the resistance levels. I want to see if we can make this new high, break through 26. So that's what I'm looking on that one right there. UU has also been a really nice little mover too. I'm just trying to bang these out as usual. These are all these stocks that we traded. EOSC was a nice little mover too yesterday. Let me fix the long-term chart here so you get a little bit better perspective. You can see every single one of them. This one was almost at the 20, came back down to the 10. Big support levels at that 10. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of stocks out there. Wolf was another one that we guys traded yesterday. That was getting close to that highs. It's got to break that ceiling, but I'd rather sell it now than wait. That one moved up pretty well. Irene moved up pretty well yesterday. All of them, if you look at every single one of them on the long-term chart, they were all great runners. They came back down to a major support. So there was a really big fire sale. IBRX was one of them. Another one that moved up really, really nicely. So, yeah, oh, great. Silver, of course, we wanted to go back up, SLV. But remember, listen, there are so many stocks out there. Silver is just one thing of what we preach here, There's so many silver stocks out there. It's just, and we've been talking about this and not putting feathers in our cap when the stock was at $50, $60, like Palantir and like, OKLO and just recently MSTR. There are just so many of them out there. You just have to understand how to trade the patterns. All right. So let's go over some of the stocks that are moving this morning. Let's start working off that watch list. So we got this stock right here, this PHIO. As orders go, it's a little messy. Not really seeing too many orders. There was a couple of guys out here at 150 starting to push it back down. It's good. It's cheap. Listen, if you made your money this morning, take it and run. This stock was a big run up from yesterday. It's coming back down. It's up 65%. I'll put this on the B list. ABP. This stock looks like it's a buyout. So just scratch this one out. This one's moving up pretty nicely too. This NKTR. I saw this one right here. The only issue I have with this stock, it's expensive. It's probably a category 5. Yeah, I'm going to scratch this out. I don't want you guys trading category 5 stocks right now. SPOG, this is the leverage on spot. This one, ugly spread. This stock is gapped up pretty big, but the spread is ugly. Remember, 50% of the people lose money in trading because the stock is not tradable. One of the number one things we teach at Cybertrading University is spreads. Michael did pretty well. You got a good short, Michael, on that EVMN. So you got in at what? There you go. Okay, good trade right there. Made that little pop right there. Made a nice little move. Not bad. More than well. Good way to go. I like it. Let's see how it opens up. Up 94%. That stock is on the New York. We didn't get to the New York Stock Exchange yet, but now that you bring it up, I'm going to put it on that list. But I did have it coming up. This one too expensive. Datadog. Put this on the watch list. Nice little moving stock right there. Took a very big hit around 200. Came all the way back down to the $100 price range. Datadog, a little bit more of a fast-moving stock. Brand name category 4, I probably would say. Okay. Here we got a nice little move on this one. The spread's a little big, but you just started making a little bit of a pop right now. EVLO. Really making a really nice big move. Working its way up that list right now. MBOT, we trade this stock a few times. This one's cheap, inexpensive. It looks like a category 1. MBOT. Brand names, we're going to throw NVIDIA back on there. NVDA. Let me tell you, yesterday, that big move, what a beautiful move yesterday. From 183, it just did not stop for 15 minutes. Just a straight line. It was a great trend yesterday. All right. What else we got? This one's moving up pretty nicely too. Spread's a little ugly too. CCCX. I don't know if you think we ever traded that stock before. Losers. This one's getting destroyed, but we can't short it. We're probably not getting any dead count bounces on that one. This was down because it was up yesterday. This one's just taking another new hit. And that pretty much does it. New York Stock Exchange, I just wrote this one down. This one's moving up pretty nice. I like it. It's kind of consolidating right here. This looks like it could make a breakout. I do have a quote on it. You can see the orders out here. Right around 35. Buyers around 32. Big seller. Right around there. You see around big seller right around 35. A little above 35. 35.25 right there. It's probably a category 4 or 5. That's the ETF for Datadog. And I think we're done. S&P Global, that one's getting crushed right now. DC, that's about it. All right, traders, anything I'm missing I did not call out? All right, so let's get ready for the market open up. My gold has been down for 2 weeks, but it's coming back very nicely. Listen, metals, you got to understand something. You don't want something to go up too fast, and it went up really fast. The best thing could happen is that gold hovers here for the next 2, 3 months, 4 months at these prices. That's a great look at that. That backing off builds a base, builds a bottom, builds support. And then obviously people are going to catch on to it, and that's how you have a good rally. Let's get ready for the market opened up, fellow traders. Once again, don't get too crazy. Don't get too cocky. Let's see how things pan out. We'll be back in 15 minutes. If you're watching on social media, if you want to come join our trading floor, don't waste any time. Take your phone, scan that QR code I just posted up there. Come and join us. We'll be doing also a open house on Thursday. All right. And don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be doing a workshop on Moomoo on the platform. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. We'll be right back in 15 minutes. Trade safe.